Welcome to the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna, Hector. Coming up, fisheries ministers have been called upon to be proactive concerning the sector. The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change welcomes progress on the Green Climate Fund, and the Ministry of Tourism hosts the first ever Tourism Open Day. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after the break.
The black Sikatoka fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black Sikatoka today.
Thank you for staying with us. Fisheries ministers from member states of the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism, CRFM, met in Dominica on Friday for the 8th meeting of the CRFM Ministerial Council. The council considered and provided policy direction on a number of recent initiatives designed to ensure the economic sustainability of the region's marine resources. Executive Director of the CRFM, Milton Horton, in his remarks at the start of the meeting, listed some of the key topics to be discussed.
The issues that will occupy the minds of the Council today include the status of the Common Fisheries Policy, progress on implementing the Castries Declaration on illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, climate change adaptation and disaster risk management in the fisheries and aquaculture sector, conservation, protection, and sustainable use of coral reefs and their marine biodiversity, including the very important coral reef fisheries, strengthening governance, management, and conservation of the flying fish fishery, conservation and management and trade in queen conch and spiny lobster, progress on implementing the use of information and communications technology in the fisheries sector, in accordance with the ICT strategy that was approved by the Council last year, as well as human and institutional strengthening and training of our people, as well as research and data and information management and sharing. We'll also review the status of a number of donor-funded projects and our relationship and partnership with international development partners, addressing a range of issues.
Since the last regular meeting of the Council in May last year, the CRFM completed a new biennial work plan for 2014 to 2016. The new biennial work plan, according to Horton, will address priority areas to include the provision of data on fisheries resources, aquaculture production, and trade in fish and fishery products. He indicated that the new plan will also rely on research to determine the status of fish stock and the effects of environmental changes on fisheries and aquatic ecosystems. Conservation and sustainable management recommendations will also be included. During the one-day meeting, the fisheries ministers were also updated on the progress of technical activities being undertaken by the CRFM and were provided with some guidance on the way forward to coordinate the CRFM's work in the region. In more news, the Ministry of Culture, in collaboration with the National Youth Council and the House of Nyabingi, continue to observe Africa Week 2014. The week of events, which began on Monday, May 19th, highlighted the contribution of African culture to the structure and norms of Dominica society. Held under the theme Youth Embracing Our African Culture, continuous encouragement is being forwarded to the youth to participate in the rest of the week's activities. Friday, May 23rd is observed as Africa Dress Day island-wide. A football match will also take place at the Newtown Savannah on Saturday, and the week-long event will culminate with an African March for Solidarity on Sunday, May 25th. Meanwhile, Dominica's Fisheries Minister, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Daru, says the region must stand resolute and be more proactive in combating challenges facing the fisheries sector. The minister expressed that view to his regional counterparts at the 8th session of the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Management Meeting, CRFM, in Dominica on Friday. He said Dominica is particularly challenged by illegal fishing from its French neighbors. Minister Daru stressed that limited monitoring resources to combat the problem remains a concern. He's suggesting that the region support regional and international efforts to prevent illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing in the region.
Our region is constantly threatened by pressure groups under various international trade regimes to lock away critical fishery resources with far-reaching social and economic implications for our states. We must therefore take the necessary steps within our powers to support international and regional actions to prevent, deter, and eliminate illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, to address the adaptation need to combat the negative effects of climate change on our fishing communities. And we must echo the call for greater collaborative efforts to address all of these factors that contribute to the growing rates of decline in our marine ecosystems, health, and fish population.
Honorable Daru said fisheries ministers must move quickly to implement policies that will guide the region's marine resources, such as the long-awaited Caribbean Common Fisheries Policy.
It is therefore of paramount importance that we ministers charged with the responsibility to develop and implement in a timely manner the relevant and necessary policies that are critical to guide our current and future governance of our marine resources. It is ultra critical that the governments of the region no longer delay the fulfillment of the Caribbean Common Fisheries Policy. The time has come for us to champion the cause and rally our heads of states to bring into implementation this long work in progress towards the formulation of a common fisheries policy for the region.
Minister Daru is suggesting that the CRFM position itself to play a leading role in the formulation of a regional fisheries body.
By so doing, we will achieve the capacity to manage these fisheries resources for the benefit of the people of the Caribbean region and to be a recognized institution with the requisite competencies to make fisheries management decisions based on science and knowledge of the fisheries resource of the Caribbean region.
Friday's meeting was also addressed by Dr. David Estwick, Fisheries Minister of Barbados. In other news, the United Nations Climate Chief on Wednesday welcomed the progress made in the institutional design of the Green Climate Fund, the GCF, at its final meeting in the Republic of Korea. Christiana Figueres, Executive Secretary of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, explained at that meeting that the fund will be a prime global channel to deliver public funds and to leverage private sector finance so that developing countries like Dominica can build resilience against climate change and green their economies. The initial capitalization of the Green Climate Fund, based on pledges from developed states, is expected to be at least $10 billion. The fund, agreed on at the 2010 Conference of States Parties to the UNFCCC, held in Cancun, was designated to make a significant contribution towards combating climate change by providing support to developing countries. The climate chief noted that the completion of the fund's institutional design and its initial resource mobilization can also provide new impetus towards a successful conclusion of a global climate change agreement in Paris in 2015. It is also important, she said, that governments make full use of the fund by generating initiatives that the GCF can finance. Figueres believes the upcoming UN climate talks in Bonn, Germany next month can further push in this direction. In other news, with efforts ongoing to promote Dominica as an ideal tourist destination, the Ministry of Tourism, in partnership with the DDA and the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association, hosted the first ever Tourism Open Day. The exhibition, which convened at the government headquarters on Friday, featured various promotional items such as brochures and magazines depicting Dominica's vivid scenery and cultural vitality. The display also included branded keyrings, CDs and pencils, as well as locally produced ginger wine. Acting Marketing Executive Liz Coffey provided insight into the conception of the Open Day event.
We are here today with the Tourism Open Day. The organizing bodies, the Ministry of Tourism, Discover Dominica Authority, and the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association has staged this Tourism Open Day for the first time. And we're here to basically just inform the general public and to increase our awareness on Dominica's tourism industry. And we encourage the public to just come in and ask questions, know about us, what we do. And as far as the Discover Dominica Authority, one of the things that we'll be promoting is the staycation, which runs from June to September, whereby the various properties and tour operators offer special to the general public that is local.
The main highlight of Tourism Awareness Month activities is the 2014 Jazz and Creole Main Stage event, which is preceded by a week of fringe activities hosted by various stakeholders. With the numerous activities carded for Tourism Awareness Month, Coffee strongly appealed to the general public to take advantage of available promotions and information.
We ask the general public to take opportunity of the offers, and also we have the Jazz and Creole, which runs from June 1st to the 8th. The fringe event starts from the 1st, and some of the properties off my head are the Champs Hotel in Portsmouth, the Evergreen Hotel, the Anchorage Hotel, Fort Young Hotel, and the Riverstone Grill and Bar. Thank you. And the main stage, of course, is on June 8th, Sunday, Pentecost Sunday, at the Cabritz National Park. Again, we encourage the general public to come out, support, and be part of this great event and come and enjoy some corporate relaxation.
Observed under the theme, Tourism is Everybody's Business, let's play our part, the Ministry of Tourism and its development partners hope that the month of events will increase public knowledge on various aspects of the tourism sector. It is also hoped to better position Dominica to reach its set target of 90,000 stayable visitors by the end of 2015. The construction of the new $3.2 million police station is being described as a massive investment in the southeast of Dominica. Parliamentary Representative for the La Plaine constituency, Honorable Peter Tasia, says the construction phase of the project is having a significant impact on the economy of La Plaine and surrounding villages. Honorable Tasia attributes the economic spill-offs to the number of young men from La Plaine who are employed on the project. He added that the construction of the facility speaks volumes of the kind of investment that the Labour Party administration is making in the lives of the people of the Southeast. The new La Plaine police station will serve the villages of La Plaine, Grand Fort, Montjean, Rivière-Syrique, Rosalie, and Boitica. Meantime, Parliamentary Representative for the Montjean Rivière-Syrique constituency, Honorable Ivor Stevenson, is pleased that the new La Plaine police station will bring improved security services to his constituency. The main building of the police station is a two-level structure with the lower level housing administrative offices, holding cells, and a magistrate's court. The upper level of that building will serve as living quarters for officers, while the second building will be the inspector's quarters. The new La Plaine police station is being financed through a loan from the Dominica Social Security. Let's now join Tasia Floissac for a recap of the week's headline stories.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, the final draft of a National Land Use Policy NLUP for Dominica was officially submitted to Cabinet for its approval on Tuesday, May 20th. The policy, spearheaded by Dillon Consulting Group from Ottawa, Canada, reflects the input of stakeholders on how the land in Dominica should be used. Once approved by Cabinet, the consultants will move on to putting together a physical development plan which forms part of the policy. The first annual AgriFest formally ended on Friday, May 16th with an award ceremony in 1 Mile, Portsmouth. Several individuals were awarded for hard work and long-standing contribution to the sector. Following the formal end of the festival, the Ministry of Agriculture made food donations from the entire exhibition to the Reginald Fitzroy Armour Hospital and Care of the Elderly organization in Portsmouth. And in more news, 249 medical students, with 2 being Dominican, have begun clinical studies at the Ross University School of Medicine. They were officially cloaked with white cloaks during last Friday's white coat ceremony, which was attended by Dominica's head of state, His Excellency Charles A. Salvere and Mrs. Salvere, as well as Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth constituency, Honorable Ian Douglas. CT scan services were again made available to public on May 20th with the procurement of a new whole-body computed tomography scanner. purchased at a cost of $1,077,930 EC dollars. Also this week, on Monday, numerous government officials and stakeholders attended the opening ceremony of Africa Week, celebrating solidarity among the nation's individuals. This year's observance is under the theme, Youth Embracing Our African Heritage. The Honorable Acting Prime Minister Ambrose George and Honorable Minister for Culture and Youth Affairs Justina Charles shared similar sentiment that government is committed to supporting this annual event, which is a vital element of Dominica's history. And in other news, a number of existing and prospective small business owners in the Castleberry constituency on Wednesday participated in a marketing assistance workshop on Wednesday. The workshop, organized by the National Employment Program in collaboration with the Castleberry Village Council, was designed to equip participants with marketing skills to develop their individual businesses. Similar workshops have been held in other communities across Dominica. And finally, this news time, Education Minister Honorable Peter St. Jean has stated that no child in need should be denied the school transfer grant. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development over the years has established several safety net programs aimed at assisting less advantaged families to ensure that all students have equal access to a well-balanced and high-quality education. Those were the headline stories which made the news this week. Back to you, Jarna.
Thank you, Tasia. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, on a un meeting qui mène ensemble ministre et puis officier pêcheur pays Kawaïb prend place en Dominique Jodéa. Ça fait qu'à concerner développement et puis police pêcheur discuter. Ministre pêcheur Dominique, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, représenter Dominique en meeting là.
Il y a un peu major items à nous, c'est discuter ça nous accueillir Caribbean Common Fisheries Policy. Et ça c'est un policy, un papier, un document qui combien d'années nous travaillons ça. Et final draft là actuellement pas oui. Et nous il pas pour nous discuter, et pour nous signaler, et pour nous savoir pour heads of gouvernement là yo joindre prochainement là yo joindre pour s'adapter. Aussi en l'agenda nous donner assez project pour discuter sur challenge là et nous maintenant pour parler avec nous avec projet qui on est quand il relate avec coral reefs en Caribbean because you can try sponsor un project là nous can try rehabilitate ces coral reef nous savons avec tout ça qui a fait pour les gens tout bagage coral reef nous can disparaître so c'est assurance là actuellement qui venir pour try aider nous.
Ça fait budget et puis plan pour l'autre de l'année là aussi discuter.
Nous allons discuter budget CRFM là et plan pour chaque année nous allons mettre ça nous créer un work plan biennial work plan en place car pour ça nous allons faire pour project travail nous avec objectifs nous pour l'autre année là. So comme on dit un meeting qui bien compact parce que c'est un jour seulement aujourd'hui nous allons joindre et nous espérer que tout ça nous discuter aujourd'hui c'est policies là et décisions nous fait aujourd'hui c'est qu'à aller pour aider secteur là et pour meilleure la vie c'est pêcheurs c'est marins et tout ce monde qui travaille dans le secteur fisheries là.
En autre nouvelle, membre parlement pour grand fond Honorable Ivor Stevenson qui a fait un report projet développement en constituency là. Il y a un projet là, c'est projet de l'eau grand fond qui voit PEP communauté ça là qui a bénéficié.
Grand fond nous avons parlé compte. L'eau grand fond, ça c'est un bail monde grand fond qui a parlé compte en longtemps. Et puis nous travail commencé l'année passée. Là il fait un intake, il bail en live il prend l'eau live grand fond et puis il mène l'eau ça là dans gros dame grand fond et puis ça c'est un tête grand fond et puis après ça nous travail la continuer. So moi passé ça nous qui nous pipe mettre yo mettre pipe dans village grand fond yo passer vite pipe là qui était là qui a fait l'eau à salle et puis nous quand en grand fond nous fini travail ça là yo mettre pipe neuf qui parle compte 4 pouces PVC pipe So, moun gon fon nou ni yon système glo qui neuf, qui bien neuf, un système qui tous ces problèmes là yo teni et puis glo, tous ces problèmes ça en fini, ça nous ka qui moun Kenya c'est glo à pipe yo que ça fait ça yo vle et puis ça qui fait la vie moun gon fon primaire.
En autre nouvelle, plusieurs moun peut-être prises en Wakase Bros participer à un workshop qui mettait attention à ces affaires la place mercredi qui passait. Workshop ça qui était organisé à bas National Employment Program, tient en collaboration et puis Village Council Casse-Bros. Participants en workshop là tapé information, manière pour marketer produits à yo en business à yo. Coordinateur National Employment Program Gloria Joseph facilite workshop là et puis assistance moun qui a bénéficié en bas programme là, ça a interns. Chairperson Village Council Casse-Bros Angelina Gaspar supporter workshop là et puis couiller à ses participants pour faire bagaille positive ça yo apprendre. Membre parlement Honorable Johnson Drago aussi one support pour workshop là. Finalement, chef compagnie Signman Ibrahim Bruhim a couillé à ses entreprises en Dominique pour venir devant et puis supporter Education Trust Fund. Bruhim fait parole cela pendant la conférence Media Education Trust Fund semaine cela. Signman c'est l'occasion là en Dominique qui a assisté Education Trust Fund. Quand même M. Bruhim a couillé à ses applicants pour bien honnête pendant qu'il a envoyé l'application à eux. Plusieurs organisations en Dominique déjà supporté Education Trust Fund. Education Trust Fund a targeté $50,000 l'argent nous tous les années. En même temps aussi, le ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, déjà couillé pour Place Business en Dominique, supporter Education Trust Fund. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle en Créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Stay tuned for a tip on headphones and hearing loss.
What's for dinner?
I know, but you want Cheryl.
Who? Cheryl? Oh, babes, that's nothing.
Nothing within there, but that is nothing.
Hon, come on.
Whatever.
You know you're my number one.
And she's number what, 10? Plenty married women get engaged from the husband these days. I don't want to be one of them. From now on, I'm looking out for me.
But babes, I only talk to the woman.
Until I'm certain this will take care of both of us, if you're lucky.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home aids.
In-studio discussions, Insight, Creole News, Road to the Throne, Calypso, Creole Festival, Carnival, and lots more local programming. See it all on the Government Information Service, your first for local news.
Duration of exposure to noise is a major factor of hearing loss. So how long is too long? Experts say as a rule of thumb, you should only use MP3 devices at levels up to 60% of maximum volume for a total of 60 minutes a day. The louder the volume, the shorter your duration should be, and at maximum volume, you should listen for only about 5 minutes a day. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.